Mm-hmm. Is it public or is it still private? do, 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 do. Are we here? Let's see. Oh shit. I need to. Oh, not that. Shoot. Alright. Are we finally here? Perfect. I'll let people trickle in. Hey, what's up? Yeah. Alrighty. Gotta check on some other things real fast. And got a lot of things going on. I'm going to be spawning the new thing, then we'll talk about some stuff, and we'll probably do some. Wait, hang on. I don't need to hear myself anymore. So I will. I released a video on it, but I figured I'd go over it again, talk about why I'm spawning it and what I hope to gain from it. This one. All right. Awesome. Love to see that. Okay. So, I am going to be going for the. Hello, guys. We got Maria and D'Anthony. Hey, guys. I'm going to be going for the weapons. I want the axe, I want the gun, and I want the book. That would be ideal. I'm excited because I don't have to go to school tomorrow. We got snowed in. So gotta wrap myself up. All right, like I said, what I really want is I need the gun, but the book, the dual blades would be like, okay, the book, the axe, and the gun. I could also get the hat or the armor. So out of the things, oh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 out of what, 11? It's like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 4 out of 10. 4 out of 10. That seems good. Yeah, but I don't need this scythe. I mean, I guess I could get the scythe too, but yeah. So the only things that I don't want are the staff and clothing and helm. Those are the only things I don't want. All right, let's get it. And hopefully I don't need to buy any more gems. Ooh, 167 on... That's not bad. And this one, I used to have this. I love the way it looks. Oh, interesting. Oh, what are these? 34 cost time Triumph gear? That's not bad. That is not bad. XL Plus. Ooh. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, I have the other gear similar to that. So, hopefully we get the good stuff. Hopefully we get the good stuff. Cross our fingers. Please, please, please do not give me El Garbaggio. Oh man, only 119. That is unfortunate. You gotta be fucking me like right up the ass, right? Oh my gosh. That sucks. Wait, now that I'm curious, now that I'm thinking about it, when is Colo? Is that like in 10 minutes? Do, do, do. Oh, it's in 8 minutes. All right, all right. We're gonna have to spawn a little bit faster then. You know, I'll equip my PvP set, and we'll be in. I guess we'll be in free chat room 3. I guess I should edit the title, so I don't have to say it every time. That would probably be wise. Or I guess we'll be in free chat room 5 or 4. That's fine. Um. Oh no, no. Do 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 do. 4. Number 4. Okay. There we go. Now it should be updated for anyone else who is joining. All right, we'll have to spawn a little bit faster then. 143. That's not bad. Are you kidding me? Double garbage. Okay. That's a nice cosmetic. Okay, well, at least it's something new. Hey, the gun. Okay. The gun I can handle. I need 3,500, I believe. Okay. Be the axe. Okay. Getting one of the armors, that's not bad. At least it is not the clothing. I'm curious what I'm at now. So I need 3,600. Okay. Yeah, for real. Unison League, I feel like they have a tendency. Ooh. Unison gauge down reduction L on armor? Interesting. That is actually something I might end up using. Unison League has been notorious for always dropping. Yeah, that's really good actually. I got the axe and the bow. Yeah, they're notorious for dropping all of their insane spawns all at the same time. So that's why you'll see older players like me stockpile gems because they'll basically always drop all at the same time, and it's a huge pain. Please be the helm or the hat. Oh, it is the helm. Damn. Well, I think I'll do it. I think I have to do it at least one more time, right? I'm pretty happy. I got cost reduction down, and it's the hat too. Oh, yo, I'm like, that's really good. Give me a gun. Okay, give me the book. Dual blades. Eh, that's okay. Oh, this is a more expensive spawn than I thought it was going to be. 3,600. I must have done the math wrong. Okay, the scythe is like okay. Sorry, had to pause. I was buying some more gems. So I'm curious how many gems this will end up costing. Bow? Oh, dual blades. Or the gun? 3,000. So I'll do one more rotation, I guess. So this was like 700 gems? 750 gems? Interesting. Something new? Well, at least I got the hat too. I probably want to get another gun. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get the gun and then call it on the rest of it. Um, The dual blades are interesting. I mean, I don't think I need the dual blades. Scythe. Got the dual blades again. The hat and the armor that I got, both of those are both pretty interesting. Yeah. I mean, I think overall I'm pretty happy. I got 2 guns. It's pretty much everything I could ask for. 2 guns, the clothing, the hat. That is pretty much everything I could ask for. All right, we're going to be doing Coliseum really soon. I know people are wanting to do that. So I'm giving a little bit of time for people to build sets. We're in room 4, and we're going to be going in about a minute. Got this. I'm just grabbing it. I'm not even going to upgrade any of it or equip any of it. All right, cool. And that's it. All right. Same as before, doing a countdown. Hello, hello. Oh, it's spirit time control. Okay. 3, 2, 1, 0. Oh no. I hopped into one and it ended as soon as I joined. How am I feeling today? I'm feeling pretty good. I think everything will go well. We have GB in a little while. And GGT tonight. That'll be interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about GGT because we are in the quarterfinals, I believe. And I forget who we're going up against, but they're, you know, at this point it's pretty high up in the it's pretty high up in the tournament. So, you know, I feel good-ish. We'll have to see. YouTube captions say you snort a lot. What the hell? What a strange thing to read. The YouTube comments say you snort a lot. Huh. I'm not even sure how to feel about that. That is, well, it's something. Ooh. Probably should have used a different uni. Use this. Ooh, I think I still lose. I think I'm too slow. Yeah, Raptor Break is so fast. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Oh, we used two prio monsters? That is really unfortunate. Yeah, I'm using drug. I like Rainbow Flare. Just the fact that it hits a ton of times. I think it hits 20 times, right? Yeah, it hits 20 times. It's just a silly move. Can I survive long enough to use it? All right, baby. They just use division strategy? Huh. Interesting. Oh, man, I got blasted. Let me close the windows real fast. Hey, little kitty. How are you? All right, so we'll go in. I'll give it like 2 minutes. Oh wow, a lot of people showed up. All right, I'll give it a minute then. Seems like a lot of people are here. Yeah, make their men better. Yeah, I feel like the a lot of people complain about the men in Unison League. They're just yeah. It's an interesting it's an interesting thing to complain about. I personally don't really have any problems either way. But a lot of people complain about it, so it's kind of an interesting thing to hear. GG. Oh yeah, GG. Yeah, I feel like my PvP set is actually pretty bad. I haven't played PvP for real in quite a long time. Hey, Cinnamon. Come on. Come on. You should be fine. Don't bonk your head, but you should be fine. Come on. Oh, no. Oh, that sounded painful. Oh, that sounded painful. You okay, little man? Oh, man. All right. I'm gonna call it. We're gonna go. 3, 2, 1, 0. Well, if I got the fire girl, I wouldn't complain a little bit. Yeah, the new fire girl, I have not even finished awakening her, but she does seem really good. Just from you know being around, I can say she seems pretty good. Both forms seem good. All right, Craig has got a carry for me. Joy, that armor looks really interesting. What is that from? Oh shit. Oh man. Well, holy smokes. Hmm. Well, we got wrecked. Well, at least we have Durg. I should probably put in a better PvP monster. I definitely have them. I definitely have better PvP monsters. I'll throw Durg again for the defense. I think we win. Yeah. Holy smokes, that's a lot of damage. My goodness. I thought I probably should have thrown a DPS monster to give us higher points. Yeah, that's probably my bad. Hmm. I think we lose because of Orc. Wow. Just barely. Why wouldn't your skills have different border? It is a uni ability. It uses uni instead of cost. So this one uses 50 uni. Oh, I should have attacked. You're distracting me! Ah! Shit. Why do I keep throwing Durg? Because I haven't looked at my set to build, like, to throw a better monster. I haven't even, this one, you can only throw Fire, Water, Wind, I believe. So I should probably change my set anyway. Man, that's some 4D chess right there. Gosh dang, I got outplayed. Yeah, let me move around my monsters. I could probably find a better monster to throw. I just want to confirm that it is light dark. Yeah, so you can only throw fire, water, wind. Fire, water, wind. Let's just equip these guys. Having another one of these is probably good. We'll go off high total. So I think that'll put all the ones that I can actually use up top. This one's not bad. This one's not bad. Uh, I think this one is fire and wind. Yeah, okay. I'll use that. And do I have any other monsters that give 2 element? I don't think so. Lethargy resistance. That's interesting. I think I'll probably just go this. No, I'll go this. Okay, now for my throw. Which one should I throw? This one's not bad. She gives barracks and field. Disengage games. Probably not bad. I really should upgrade one of the new fire monsters and throw her. That would take time, and I feel bad. If that's the case. All right. I think I'm just going to upgrade. I think I can get rid of these. These two and this one. Yeah, definitely. All right, we'll call it in 30 seconds. I've been playing this game for 5 years as a free to play, and I don't have a single good guild experience. Not one good guild experience. That is sad. I'm sorry to hear that. I can't fix that, but that is sad. All right. By the way, should I switch to cleric from mage? Let's do the countdown. Three, two, one, zero. Should you swap from cleric to mage? Well, I wouldn't stay on. I wouldn't stay as a staff mage. I think mage is fine as long as you're going books and relics. Gives you greater class flexibility. You're a relic book, yeah. I would say that then. I think relic book is pretty solid right now. So man, we just got wrecked. Absolutely obliterated. Okay, my teammate's insane. You got this. I'll pop him. Oh shit, I probably just fed. Don't uni. Don't do it. Okay, good. By the way, you ever plan to do account reviews? Do I ever plan to do account reviews? That's an interesting question. The problem is that I get a lot of people who request account reviews. Like not a small, hey, Cinnamon, stop. My cat was trying to swipe my cash from my bookshelf. And I don't want to find that in the litter box, so that's just gotta stop that. So I get a lot of people who ask me. I probably get asked once a week at least to do an account review. And the reality is that account reviews depend on a lot of things, like what the player wants, and it takes a lot of time. I have to look through all of the monsters, all of the weapons. It would be way easier if I could log in to that person's account, but I don't think that I would ever want to do that for a regular, for like one of you guys. Not that I'm not trustworthy, but it's a bad habit. I don't like. You should never account share in this game because there's no way to log anyone else out of your account, even if you change the email attached to it, even if you change the password. There's no way to log somebody out from an account. The When you log into an account in Unison League, it's saved in the app data of on your phone, so that if you ever re-download the game, you can reapply it. So I know people who have saved phones, and years later they have destroyed somebody else's account. I mean, if I did it, I'd probably have it on my phone, and I would just yeah. If I did it, I'd probably just have it on my. Well, but what if we trust you? I mean, I could do it. I could do it. I might end up doing it if people really want it, but it would have to be if I started streaming more. I just started streaming a little bit more, so if we get more people who watch the stream and want to do it, you can pay for a review. I feel so bad making people pay for things. I would feel bad. I don't know. I feel like I'm just a normal guy, you know? And I love playing Unison League just just to play Unison League. So I think I would feel bad. I don't know if I could accept money for something like that. I'd have to think about it. Let me think about it. Um, Grab one of the swords and what's another horrible piece of gear? This is horrible. GG. What's that fire girl in the tech boots? Oh, She is one of the monsters from the. What is the name of that collab? Miku? I think she was Hatsumi Miku collab. I pay any amount. Jeez. My goodness. Uh, hmm. Hmm. I'll think about it. I'll think about it. Yeah, that was a rough 4v2. Sometimes it just happens, and there's nothing you can really do about it. Um, I'm gonna call it. We could say we can call it in like 30 seconds. What do I equip to not take damage in PvP? Well, there's no way to not take damage. There are only ways to mitigate taking damage. The best things to equip are damage, ability power reduction XXLs, or like, like 4XLs or whatever. Like, ability power reduction is the most powerful thing in the game. So those would be the most helpful. Um, is the new fire gear usable? It is usable. It's really good for PvP, but the defense gear I'm still torn about. I might try it though. All right, we're counting. Three, two, one, zero. Ah, ah. Uh, Now I want it more than I know it's possible. It is possible. It is possible. Cause I can run two Unison League accounts on my phone simultaneously. Should I can I show my equipped gear? Absolutely. I'll show my start streaming on Twitch so I can throw my money. Well, I'm pretty sure you can throw money on YouTube, can't you? I actually have no idea. I don't know much about YouTube, and I can't stream on Twitch, not easily. Unfortunately, Twitch does not have an easy partner program, so I can't just like stream directly from my phone. Ah, okay, I see what you mean. Not in your country. What an interesting problem to have. I'll have to see. The last time that I guess the last time that I checked about streaming on Twitch, it was a little bit different because I had an iPhone at the time. So maybe it is possible. I'll have to look into it actually. That's an interesting question. Oh, get 3v1. Get fucking wrecked. Yeah, that's a really interesting question. I have not thought about streaming on Twitch. I should consider that honestly. I don't know. I'm not really a big Twitch guy. I don't watch Twitch. I haven't gone to twitch.com in so long. I think I have a Twitch account, and I think it's like Sleepy Sheep something, but it's been years since I streamed on Twitch. The last time I streamed on Twitch, I was holding a private 2v2 tournament with my guild mates and I, and it was just to help things move smoother. And I was going to make it so that I put it on YouTube, but for some reason there was something wrong with my settings or something. Like I said, I don't really stream. I don't really do this. So apparently I hadn't saved something. Like I hadn't saved my streams, and so the whole stream was gone, and I couldn't upload any of it. It was a tragic event, honestly. I don't want to talk about it, but yeah. Start streaming from PC. No, isn't that easier? So I can stream from my PC. I have a PC that is streamable. The problem is, well, I guess not. It's not really a problem. The reason why I don't want to stream from my PC is because then I'll have to download a third-party application to run Unison League and to run all these things. I feel like it's just not. It's a phone game. It's meant to be played on the phone. So yeah, I might. Did we lose? To be honest, I was not paying attention if we lost. I'm sorry. Uh, I need to get two more, right? Yeah. I needed to get two more, so I could equip this, and then I can swap this to this. That won't equip my abilities, right? Cool. Okay. Um, so I'll go over. This is my set right now. Obviously, I'm still kind of changing it. These are my weapons. These are my armors, and this is my defense gear. I guess I'll go over it one by one. Main slotting something that pierces, and then the rest of these procs are basically all resolution procs. So they're not bad, not great. They're just kind of meh. And then I have a bunch of mastery procs, mainly for the ability power reduction. And then I have some nullification procs, null proc. I have this hat, this OFO hat. I have this concentration opener and this concentration opener to increase my defensive procs for the first 30 seconds. And I have this, which is garbage, and I'm going to be swapping it out for something else. I have more mastery procs. I have another one, but this one's physical instead of magical. I have another physical null, which is like okay. I have this one to so that I don't kill myself on reflection reduction. I have this proc for resurrection and dual attack as an opener. I have my other Sofo gear, and then I have a damage reduction proc constant in as well. So that somebody earlier asked me for that, and it seems like how many people are watching right now? 13. Seems like we have quite a few people missing, so I'll wait like another minute before I call it. Do, 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 do. Um, okay. I just realized now I can't miss a stream. Do I? You think I tricked you into doing a stream? I mean, if I did account reviewing as a stream, it would be I'd have to set up like an email or something so that you can send me your sets. You know what I mean? Like I you'd have to send me I'd have to like set up an email that you can send it to, and then you'd have to send me your username and password, and then I'd have to log in. And every account review would take like 20 minutes because I have to uninstall Unison League, then reinstall Unison League for each account review. I guess we could just call it downtime. I'm thinking through it. Like I understand the concepts, and I think it'd probably be fine to do. But I don't know. I'm still thinking through it. It would be a lot. It's not that I'm against it. I don't think, but yeah, yeah. Let me ruminate on it. I would need to ruminate. Um, am I going to GB? Nope. I don't think we need to show up for GB. The strat's already locked in, and I am big brain enough to not need to go. I when you've been playing for as long as I have, you basically just show up and you just do your thing, and you don't make I hardly ever make any mistakes, even if it's a brand new strat. So I feel like I don't really need to go. All right, we're gonna call it, and anyone who wants to join, 3, 2, 1, 0. Uh, I scaled fire 2. So what is an impulse? What is an impulse? I'm not sure I understand the question. Whoever pays first wins. I want to be fair like this. whoever whoever pays first. Man, I want Ancient on my team. I feel like he's destroying me every time. Wait, Bubbly Bub. Bubbly Bub. Why is that such a familiar name? Bubbly Bub. I feel like that's somebody I used to know. Caught up on somebody that you used to know. I'm gonna listen to that song right now. I don't even need that though. Yeah, I mean, I wasn't saving you from that. I can't kill me. I'm thicker than a bowl of oatmeal, boy. Yo, it's pretty insane that you can actually move. You're immortal. You take all of the uni from allies, or it's part of it, and then you like simultaneously can move. So as soon as you get uni, you can pop. Dude, that's an insane ability. Good time. I'm blasting yo ass. Ooh. You're not killing any of us. Not even the CPUs, baby. Got them all locked down. Um, do you think Bloom is too risky to main slot in PvP right now? The feed is nice, but too many ways to circumvent it. Except Archer new skill that prevents uni gains from allies. Bloom. Are you talking about blooming blackout? Miguel, you're gonna have to clarify. If you're talking about blooming blackout, I think it is a horrible ability to have on main slot. It's just too risky. It doesn't penetrate anything. Oh! Who uni downed me? Oh my gosh. Brother man. Brother man. No! Oh, I got fucking outplayed. If it's not like that, it's not fair. You just YouTube is dead. Let's make it alive again. Yeah, you just there used to be a few people who streamed, or I guess not streamed, but they used to make videos and stuff. A lot of them stopped. Yeah, so yeah, I'd like to make Unison League a popular stream again. I think that would I think a lot of people would benefit from it at the very least. Um, Probably not this one. Probably get rid of one of these guys. Cinnamon, can you stop? Luna is not appreciative of your attacking. Cinnamon, leave her alone. Um, hmm. Should I host tournaments with real rewards or that's against the law? TOS, I mean. I don't think it's against TOS. I haven't read TOS. Actually, I shouldn't be saying that. I have no idea if that is against TOS. I have not read TOS. I would recommend reading TOS if you want to know. Um, but I will probably so one of the things that I used to do is I used to host tournaments for my guild mates, and I might end up doing that again. It was a lot of fun. So, I probably won't have real rewards, but I might end up hosting again. The problem is like I'm in the middle of a semester, and it's really hard for me to dedicate enough time and set up, and then we have to I need help too. I can't do it all on my own because I need people who can help to move other people around. Like for example, if we have one group that are 2v2 and it's a 2v2 tournament, right? I have one group that is 2v2ing right now, and then I have one group on deck, and I need that on deck group to be ready so that when we move into the next stage, um, that we're not waiting like 20 minutes. And I don't want to disqualify teams for not showing up and stuff like that. So every tournament I've ever held, you always have one team that doesn't show, and that always feels bad. Like it's never a fun time when you have to be like, all right, I have to queue. I mean, your team didn't show up, and you're trying last minute to find another team like somewhere else that they can be. All right. Oh, I am going to call it, and then I'll read some more stuff. Three, two, 1, 0. All right, we have quite a few messages. Man, I'm getting a lot of messages today. Thank you guys so much. Um, Bubbly Bub is similar to Jigglypuff Pokemon, so that probably sounds familiar. Yeah, but I feel like I know Bubbly Bub. I feel like I know Bubbly Bub from somewhere. I don't know where, but I feel like I know Bubbly Bub. Um, Durg saves lives. Yeah, Durg. So the Durg is pretty powerful, right? He applies Fortify. And he also applies Crest, so he's giving your team 100% of their defense. So that's pretty nice. All right, Craig, you're gonna have to carry. You're gonna have to carry, my man, because Ancient is about to blast my fucking ass. I feel like I always die. Oh, they're not even attacking. Yo, they're baiting it out. They're baiting it out. All right, fuck off. uh, Bloom the armor. Bloom the armor. Bloom proc. It's like a damage reduction M plus or some shit like that. Yeah, I mean it's like okay. Bloom defense. It's like a 6 out of 10 for PvP. It depends, right? Like in some situations, it is actually pretty damn good. In other situations, it's just ass. So yeah, it really depends. It's definitely not like a simple question. I wish it was, but yeah. Man, I feel so bad for my teammate. This Terry guy. Terry just he got the worst team. I feel like I always lose it. Coliseum. Maybe I should play a real class. You know what I mean? How does one survive a raging proc with penetrating null ability? The easiest way is to play soldier and stack damage reduction. That would do it. Lancer too good. Lancer has been quite powerful actually. I, I, I- won't disagree with that. Yeah, the I know what you're talking about now. The Bloom defense gear. Yeah. All right, I'm about to finger blast. Watch your rectal cavity. Actually, wait a second. I think he's gonna die before I can even move. Oh, I actually got him. Let's say, let's go. I thought the ninja was gonna kill him. I thought the because the ninja's way faster. I believe in you, sheep. Be happy. The moderators will come to me. So kind. That's so kind. That implies that I would have like enough people watching that I would actually need moderators. That's I don't know if I would. I mean, I wouldn't say never, but man, that would definitely be a change of pace. That would be shocking. In my honestly, I think that would be quite shocking because I honestly feel blessed just to be able to do this for fun. Just to hang out with you guys and play video games. Like I was gonna do that anyway tonight, so now I get to hang out with you guys. I have to check if I can stream on Twitch. Can I stream on Twitch from a stream? Interesting. Yeah, I'll look into it. I'll if I end up streaming on any Twitch, then I'll let you guys know. I think I've waited too long. All right, we're gonna go again. Red Jade, that's so nice of you to say. I don't do this for the money though. I honestly do this because I feel like there's just not enough good information on Unison League, but also I just, I feel the more that I talk with you guys, the more that I just feel like I'm so thankful to have like a fun community. The fact that anyone shows up and watches any of my videos still kind of blows my mind. So, yeah. Yeah. Do you think that the persona is coming out before or after global anniversary? That's an excellent question. And I would counter argument and say, why wouldn't they come out and do a persona collab at the same time as the anniversary and have anniversary persona collabs? They could do that too. The truth is that there's a lot of dead space, usually around March, April, May, and even into June. There's hardly any holidays or interesting events. You get like they haven't even run Easter events recently, so there's a lot of things that they might end up doing, but we'll have to see. Holy shit! I just killed somebody. Yeah, I'm gonna kill this person too. Hey, what's up? I'm streaming right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Oh shit. All right. You're not escaping me. The power of 1,000 suns. Why do you have a fat lip? If you think that I can hear you with my headphones on, there's no way. You can't talk to me? Yeah. I mean, that's fair. My guess though is that the Persona collab is going to come out probably in March, April, May. That's my guess. We'll have to see. They might not come out with one Persona collab, back to back Persona collabs, or multiple Persona collabs throughout the year. We will have to see. So we won't know. Honestly, my opinion is it'll probably come out May, March, April, May. Uh, yeah, I mean, Red Jade, if I did a tournament and you really wanted to give rewards, I doubt that a team would complain if you gave gems as the rewards because now you can buy people gems. Remember, you can buy gems using like going to a team's website directly. They have like a thing where if you buy it through them, then Google and Apple don't take that 50%, so they have a better deal, so you get better gems. You could put in anyone's account information, could buy, the top people gems, and I doubt a team would really care about something like that. They'd probably just say thank you and move on. People I know aren't really curious about the game. It's such a cool game. Yeah. So I have a lot of problems with Unison League. My biggest problem with Unison League experience is incredible. It is the only game in existence like this. And I love it. The problem is it takes so long to get to the good parts of Unison League. It takes probably 6 months to fully begin enjoying Unison League. And for a lot of players, that is a really hard commitment, you know, and for a lot of people, that's a hard commitment too. Unison League's been around for a long time. They need to give players, in my opinion, they should give players 1,000 gems just for completing like the early things. That'll set people up for like a basic thing. And then I think that they should give out another 1,000 gems after 7 days. And even giving players 2,000 gems, they're not even going to come close to being near people who have been playing for over a year because there's so many aspects to this game. So, it's really tragic, but honestly speaking, the player retention in Unison League is really low. It should be much, much higher than it is because it is such a good game. I have to go now, but I am with you and have fun on activity. P.S. Who pays first wins. That should be. All right, Red Jay. Thank you so much for coming. And I will consider what you're talking about. I'll consider it. Um. All right. Once I awaken this and 3 times, then we're gonna go. Oh, is this in a set of some kind? Interesting. I don't think these are in sets. Um. So we're gonna go in like 20 seconds. Uh. Will do. All right. 3, 1, 0. Draws in Uniclash are actually not that uncommon. When you have multiple players all throwing newer monsters, I have thrown monsters specifically to match other people. So matching in Unison League is not too. Oh, get him, Ancient. Yeah, dude, I've got Ancient on my team this time. You guys are screwed. And Craig too. I got Craig and Ancient. Oh, it's over, dude. Look at that. Oh my gosh. Dude, it's over. Um, Fairy Tale collab. I want back. Yeah, collabs basically never return, but there are a lot of collabs that I would want to return. I want Danmachi back. I want Seven Deadly Sins because I want the Escanor armor. Oh man, there's quite a few that I would love. There are some weapons that I missed out on too. So yeah. Or we can do Binance PayPal rewards. I don't know what Binance is. Well, the tutorial is quite silly. In my opinion, so only the truly dedicated will even start. Yeah, yeah. I completely agree. I think that the whole tutorial thing is completely unnecessary, and it's such a weird experience because it's completely devoid from the rest of Unison League, right? The quests, the normal quests, are the only time basically in the entire game where you're soloing. You're almost always playing with other people. Dude, Ancient and Craig, they carry. They carry. But the Unison League experience is basically spent with players. Like that's the main thing is that you're doing real live battles with other players. So it's such a bizarre thing to me that um they would have stuff that is completely counter to that idea. I don't understand it. The whole beginner tutorial thing doesn't make any sense to me. I don't like it. I think that Unison League drops like all of the balls when it comes to any balls that could be dropped are dropped when it comes to the tutorial. I think it's just an absolute sham, which is really sad, honestly, because you have to get through the tutorial to get gems because the tutorial is garbage, but you need the gems in order to be efficient in the game. It's just like a total inversion of what you would normally expect. All right, I'm gonna level this up real fast and then I'm gonna equip it. Yes, I have been. Mm-hmm. Um. Oh, I have an idea. I can give an account with 3K gems to start. Want to do a series with that account? It will be fun for noobs to watch. Oh my gosh. 3K gems to start. That sounds honestly like so much fun. I could absolutely do that. I feel bad because it'd be so bad. Like spending 3K gems. I'd probably give it back. All right, we're gonna count. But I'd probably give it back after, you know. That's one of the man, what would I do with that? 3K gems. I don't want to start a second account. I thought about so uh I have a second account that is really, really old that I was going to use to teach people how to play Unison League, and I was gonna have like a new account, and this is what I would do, and have like storyline and stuff like that. The problem is that I believe it is against terms of service to have multiple accounts on the same phone, even if you can. And so, I'm not a popular YouTuber by any stretch of the imagination. But when it comes to Unison League, people do recognize me, and I have a lot of haters. For all of the people that love me, there are groups of people who hate me, and most of them are like the whales and stuff like that, which is quite unfortunate. But oh shit, just somebody, man, I got so fucking outplayed. Somebody applied stun to me, and they stunned me out of my morph. Whoever did that is an absolute genius. I should have been paying attention more, but my goodness. Um, yeah. So the only reason I haven't done it is because it's just too much of a pain to have multiple accounts on the same phone when you draw as much attention as I have. I mean, I've already been kicked out of. There is a Unison League community server that I've been kicked out of. It's not run by A Team, but I've been kicked out of that, and I got banned from the Unison League Reddit. So I just don't want to draw more attention to myself because I was gonna make a whole series on it. But I wouldn't want to get banned from Unison League. That would be really disappointing. So that's the reason why I haven't made something like that. Oh yeah, we could give it away. Wait, hang on. I think I missed something. Um, now for real, but I have to go. I'm here. I'm here with my bye. That's so very kind. Oh, somebody gave me uni again. Thank you. Binance is the biggest crypto wallet thing. Okay. Figure out to leave rewards. Interesting. Yeah, I mean, I don't know anything about crypto. How do I contact you? You got a Discord? You can message me on Unison League, and we can figure something out if you're really interested in it. Yeah, giving away the account would be awesome. That would be awesome. Um, I think if I restarted, there's so many things that are really annoying to that you have to be able to get done like when you first start. That would be really annoying, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Starting a new account, because there's so many tiny things that you completely forget about. Like for example, I can change around my cost as much as I want, and nothing will happen. But that is not the case. Um, that is not at all the case. Oh yeah. For anyone here, I need to do this anyway. For anyone who wants to add me when I do streams, you can add me as a friend. So I accept friend requests. Um, let me. I accept friend requests, but I'm pretty sure. Oh, I'm not full. Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. I'm gonna remove all these. What is my tag? Okay. You feel free to add me. We are going to go at. I'll send it at around 29. So this will be the last. This will be the last Colo match for this stream, and I'll do the countdown. And you guys feel free to send me friend requests now. If I just deleted you, I'm so sorry. You'll have to resend the friend request. But yeah. My free instantly. Yeah, wait. Way too big delay. Just use another phone. Holy smokes. What a concept. I'll just send you a phone. Yeah, multiple counts is really hard. All right, it's 29, so I'm gonna call it 3, 2, 1. Okay, it's not that there's a huge delay. I think one of the problems is that I'm doing quite a few things. Send it sponsor. I will use other 3K account following you step by step. You're gonna use another 3K account? You know what an insane thing to do. That would be a lot of fun though. I sent you one in game. My name is Pluto. Yep, I will accept them all. No worries. Okay, messaged you. Awesome. Yeah. Yeah. Man, I got Ancient and Flashmaster. Hey, what's up, Father? Father John. We don't have Craig. Vanity. Yo, I don't want to be mean, but Rom looks squishable. You guys thinking the same thing I'm thinking? Squish, squishy, squish. Okay, maybe not super squishable. All right, my team is goaded. I don't I don't need to do anything. There's no way that they don't just start attacking, right? They're gonna open up with attacks. I called it. I called it. They're opening up with attacks. All right. I'm gonna have Uni after this. What does that monster do? That's a free monster, isn't it? That's gotta be a free monster. Can you make it lower for next stream? I bet it's 30 seconds. So that's another thing. I like I said, I really don't know much about streaming. So yeah, it probably is around 30 seconds, but I think that that's probably just the delay for streaming. I would have no idea how to make that smaller. Yeah, but I'll look into it, I guess. So this person who in one guild with a whole bunch of accounts with the same name. Oh yeah. So that was actually a really old strategy is that you can set a bunch of people's names to the same thing. So before we used to have like one person who was the shot caller who would type in you know, this was before Discord was a thing, and people. This was a very common strategy. Guilds would set their entire guild name all to the same thing to disrupt enemies, so that they couldn't call out which one to do. So that's why we have the 1 2 3 4 5 method that we have now, because used to type it, but people used to, started setting their names all to the exact same thing, and it was just a nightmare. So that's where the 1 2 3 4 5 comes from. I remember the 1 2 3 4 5 coming into existence because somebody did that. It was crazy, crazy times. Well, that was a lot of fun. I think I won quite a few of those actually. And I got Pluto. Okay, cool. If anyone else wants to be friends, I need to make more space. We'll go to the second. We'll go to the second one. I don't know who Frost is. I don't know who is Robor Magic. Don't know. Law. Don't know. Nori. Kagumaru. I actually know quite a few of these. Is there anyone else? Harl. Don't know that person. Yeah, GG guys. It was a lot of fun. Did I spawn for Mandate? I did spawn the new one. I did that right before I spawned this guy. Did that right before. And I got one axe, and I grabbed one of the excuse me, one of the guns. I was just about to upgrade some of the other stuff. Oh, just a casual 136 drops of ether. Um, Wait till you hear there are many of those guilds. Yeah. Yeah, there are a lot of those guilds even now. I know you invested a lot into Fates Woven. Wasn't sure if I had enough for it. Well, um, it depends how much you want. I think that's the main thing is it just depends. I put about 900 gems, 7 weapons, 6 defense gears. Yeah, the defense gears are really, in my opinion, the main reason to spawn it. But to each his own, you know. The offense gears are not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Only thing I didn't get was the axe. It depends what type of build you're going for. Um, if you're going for axes, then that is very unfortunate. I guess I won't do that. I guess I'll just do this. Um, uh, what procs are best for PvE like unique events? Same thing. The Fates Woven stuff is the best. All the mastery procs are incredibly good. All right, so my team, I just telling you guys this. My team is going with the theme that we are going with is you're supposed to look like a character from an anime. And I have not decided who I want to look like. So if you guys have any suggestions, I will take them. And we will create an alt guild. People will join the guild, but only new ones. Only new players in this guild. That sounds like a lot. It does sound like a lot of fun though. Free Ren. I mean, I could dress up like one of the Free Ren characters. I'm trying to do a racer build with corrupted embrace. Himmel? Man, Himmel. I feel like Himmel just. I don't know. I feel like Himmel isn't cool enough. Managing, I would be okay with managing new players. I'm thinking about that idea. I think that would be a lot of fun to spend time with new players and to help them grow. The problem is, in order to really be a part of the Unison League community that way, you really need to show up to guild battles, and a lot of new players don't have the dedication to show up to guild battles. So it really is a difficult. It's an uphill battle, in my opinion. I could play Himmel. I want, the broad shoulders, though. I like characters with broad shoulders. I feel like, do you see how he looks so skinny? Like his neck, like the head looks so massive. There was another character from that anime that I liked. I forgot his name though. Did they release an armor for that? They must have. Look, 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 look. Because there's this guy. and there's this guy. Wow, this guy and this guy. Yeah, I should know Stark's name. But he's got to be around here, right? The guy that I'm looking for. He had like a beard. He had a beard. Ah, shit. I legitimately can't find it. Oh, here it is. Denkin. Yeah, we can play Denkin. I'd be okay with that. Santa Denkin? That'd be pretty funny. Denkin's face was around here, right? Or is it part of the hair? Sometimes they just have the hair is also the face. Like these. Did they not have a Denkin face? I'm so confused. It should be around here. Right? Wait, hang on. I have to look up a picture of Denkin. Denkin is pretty cool in my opinion. Dude, he's got a massive beard. How did I not see him? When do we start these accounts? I honestly would love to. The problem is I'm a chemistry major and I do not have a lot of time. They must not have added a Denkin face, which is bizarre. Uh Escanor. Yeah, I would absolutely be Escanor if I had it. That outfit looks similar to Gintama. That's when he kicks this. Yeah, but I feel bad for kicking new players. If it's like a new player guild, I can understand. Hyson. I think his face is a helmet. His face is a helmet. Hmm? Being like. Oh, it is a helmet. Probably in like 30 minutes to an hour. Probably my guess. Why do you want to do something together? Oh, you want to keep watching that? I probably won't watch any more of that cooking show tonight. I still have Surf's summer internship programs that I need to apply to.
Back in the house too.
Okay. I mean,
I can wait for you.
I have to find my old face. Oh man. I don't remember what my face used to be. That's not it. That's not it. Ah, shit. That's not it. Ah, shit. All right, well, I lost my old face. I don't know where the stash is. It is what it is. Let's start today. You want to do a pilot for an account? I can find one. New accounts, new accounts, new accounts. I'll start a rebellion. Let me ruminate. I will get back to you, I promise. Is it this one? Oh, it is this one. And I don't think I changed my hair. Yeah. Okay, cool. All right, I'll be Denkin, and we have to. Did Denkin ever fly? I don't know if Denkin ever flew. I have to get his weapon too. It's gotta be here. It's probably a staff, would be my guess. Oh, okay. I see what it is. It's this one. And I need to change this. Fire's pretty cool because you used like a fire tornado in the anime. Fire's pretty cool. I like this. I like this honestly. This is nice and thematic. We could also go with something like light, you know, because he shot a bunch of light rays out. I don't know if I have anything that's like light ray y. I mean, like this is kind of light ray y. I think this is way too over the top. It is badass though. That one's also kind of cool. Fire or light? Probably fire. I think fire is way cooler. You won't? I'm not saying that I won't. Red Jade, I promise you, I am not saying no. I will honestly think about it. It's just a large commitment, and I want to make sure that I have enough time to do it. It's because if I start something like that, I don't want to fail, and I want to make sure that I do it right. No half-assing it. If you equip a face, your helm comes off. Well, this is fine. Happy Dinkin. Boring yawning. Oh, I wonder if there is an animation for this. I know that there's an animation for flying free Ren. Which is this one. Oh man, yeah, that is really cool. That is really cool. All right. Ancient. All right, we still have some spots if anyone wants to add. But Dwayne, I will send me another message, Red, and I will get back to you. I'll think about it tonight, tomorrow, and I'll probably get back to you early next week, like Tuesday, Wednesday, something like that. All right. Does anyone have any other questions or anything else that they want to discuss? If not, I think I'll just reforge and upgrade my new gear. This hat, we're going with a hat and the armor. I figured I'd equip them and give them a shot, you know. And if there's anything else you guys want to discuss as well, we can do that. I'll keep that. That's kind of interesting. Do you think the Mission Crest element gonna be the Persona collab or universe? The missing crest element. So I think only the light crest is missing. That's a great question. They usually like to drop new stuff during collabs, so I wouldn't be surprised if it was during a collab. Wait, do I not have any other 45 cost hats? Oh no. What to do about this predicament? Because the only other thing that I have is this guy, and I don't want to use that. Oh, that sucks. I guess I can just use the armor. Wait, do I not have any armors either? Brother. No. I don't have any of the 45 cost armors, and I don't have any. Oh, man. It would cost 90 drops of ether to upgrade those two, and it would only be for stats. 134. Man, that would so many drops of ether. That's probably not worth it. Hmm. Yeah, that's a rough one. That's unfortunate that I don't have anything else for that. Um, Done messaged you. Imagine both our accounts will start either 3K gems, but one of them will have better RNGs. So, yeah, that would be fun if one account just ended up being absolute garbage. That'd be a lot of fun. I should probably look at this again and see if I can't get higher stats. These stats are not bad by any stretch of the imagination. Hmm. Hmm. These kind of suck. I could upgrade them. I'd have to get rid of these though. Hmm. 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 Well, I'll skip on those then. I guess I will look at this gear. It's cost reduction. And this gear, the unit gauge reduction. Both of these are fascinating. If possible, I wouldn't have given you. I would have given you my 500 ethers. Man, you guys are way too nice. You guys are way too nice. Also, man, seeing 3K gems and resisting not to summon will be a hard one for you. When I had 2,000 gems, it was super easy for me not to spawn. Because in my head, I was like, oh man, the possibilities are endless. I could spawn everything. And so then I don't want to spawn. Seeing through I should have left 1 hour ago, but here I am. I mean, thank you so much for watching. I does anyone here have the axe, the gun, or the staff? I need these three. That would actually really helpful. By the way, when is anniversary? That is an excellent question. I believe it is in like 2 months. I think it's March. Let me check. And filters in announcements. They talked. Yeah, so it is 4/28. That was when it was last year. So, like April, late April, early May. That is when anniversary is. I got the axe and gun. Congratulations. The I think the it depends what you're running, but I think that the axe and the gun are quite. I think the weapons are just really nice, just in general. Hello, scientist. Welcome to the show. We, we will be set on new accounts till then. Oh man, I love the enthusiasm. Well, mhm. Um, if you need, I can run it. That would be super helpful. I need the axe, the staff, and the gun. Yeah, I believe the gun. 6, 7. If tonight you forget about my offer. If tonight you forget about my offer, I will quit Unison League. You say no, I will just cry. Okay, like I said, I promise I won't forget about it. It's you have made an impression that I can't forget. The problem is that oh wow, I see it. Okay, okay, okay. Hang on. Hang on. I'm upgrading. Yeah, I will not forget about it. I promise. I just need to think about it. Wait. How do I that's not it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, cool. I can't promise that. What? I can't promise that I will say yes, but I will think about it. Hmm. No cost. Dang, nice job. Well, welcome back. Um, thank you so much, I for running these. I now I just need I guess I can run the other stuff too, but I need the gun. Oh, the gun next. Damn, you got them all. Also, what class we pick? It's so hard to decide. That is a really hard decision. Probably be soldier. Right now, I'd probably be soldier. I'm trying to think if soldier would actually be the best. It's got to be, right? I think it would be too hard to play a class like yeah, I think it would be way too hard to play a class like Archer. Any of the Archer classes, I think you would need more monsters, you would need more offensive gear, you would need more drops of ether. I think it's a little bit too hard. I think Soldier's probably the best. We could play something unusual though. Trying to think of something that's unusual but also not completely garbage. Fun. Yeah. Fun is better than mage. As long as you don't pick mage, you'll have fun. Oh snap! We got a whole party up in this bitch. Woo, man. All right. I say 15 seconds. That's how long it'll take to kill it. So, oh, come on. It's already been 10 seconds. Oh, no. I thought we were faster than this. Oh, I'm disappointed. You're a total noob and you want to spend 3K? Wait, 6K on two new accounts? That's crazy. I don't think you're. There's no way you're a total noob, right? Play Ninja. See, I already played Ninja. Ninja's. It's not that Ninja's not fun. Ninja's fun. It's just the questing is kind of meh. I was thinking about Rook too. Rook would be interesting, but the problem is I genuinely think that Rook is completely outclassed nowadays. Like running a pure attack defense, magic defense Rook, I think is just you just can't do it. My own chat. Free chat. Oh shoot. Well, I guess I'll go into three. AMM gear score good. As long as it's high, I'm happy. Yeah, a lot of people are gear score people. I am also a gear score person. I actually, here's an interesting question. What is the maximum gear score that I can get? I don't think I've ever hit 6 mil before, but hitting above. So this was my old max gear score set, 4.4. I bet I can do. I bet I can do better. Attack cleric. Attack cleric. Ooh. I don't think attack cleric would be good enough. I really don't. Which is sad. I honestly don't think attack cleric. Do, 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 do. I have 9 here. Four more. Okay. Uh, do I need scythe? Oh, do I need scythe? Yes. Wait, no. I need staff. I can run the scythe on my own. Whoa, 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 whoa. Play gun soldier. Only play gun soldier? Now that I like the idea of that. That is an idea. I like that idea. Play gun soldier. Super unique. Man. Man. Gun soldier would actually be a lot of fun. I could kind of play gun soldier now though. Like I'm thinking about it. I could play it now. It is on balance. I'm curious why I'm not doing more. Hmm. You'd think, is there not a big difference? Why is it not auto-equipping that gear? I feel like my gear score went down. Hang on. So this one compared to this one. No, it is an increase. Okay. I guess I just didn't have enough in helps. Yeah, let's try again. Huh. Bizarre. Hmm. Like, these are just straight upgrades to my gear score. So why did it not equip them? A team being a team. What are you gonna do? It feels like I prioritized more over higher gear score. This one's higher gear score, but it didn't prioritize it. That's so interesting. Okay, well, fixed that. And now I need to fix this somehow. High total, 45 cost. Okay. 45 cost. Where could I get 5 cost? I probably can't. So this is probably as high as I can go. Yeah, this is probably as high as I can go for gear score then. Cool. So max gear score I think is about 5.8. That is really high actually. But I don't even think it is. I don't think it's even close to other players. I think we're like 7. Yeah, 7.6. Would this even get me in the top 50? No, it would not. Man. I mean, to be fair, I'm kind of in the middle of a transition, but to a different thing. So I haven't set up quite a few things. Yeah, it's interesting. All right, sorry, I have not been reading. I've seen some people pull it. It's very interesting. Pull what? Oh, pull it off. Oh, gun soldier. Yeah, yeah, gun soldier would be awesome. Scythe, like a attack cleric. Oh, you're talking about a attack cleric? Yeah, attack cleric. I don't know about attack cleric. I've played it a couple times. I don't think it's that great. Um, Axe Lancer. That would also be interesting. I just don't think it's as good, right? So you're missing out on like some of the best abilities in the game. There's just not enough dual scaling. You wouldn't be able to get this. You wouldn't be able to use Lance Flash. Like that one I don't think is possible. The this one is interesting because it uses attack and magic attack. And this one I believe, yeah, attack and magic attack as well. I mean this type of soldier I could probably play now. So maybe I wouldn't play this because I could do it, now. Because it uses bows and guns, and I'm currently using bows and guns, so I could. That is an interesting idea. Maybe I would play that for my next PvP. That would be kind of fun. Better monster passive? The best. There's quite a few good monster passives actually. This one is what I'm using right now. The 50% unison gauge. I mean, there are other ones though. Infuse, and it was fire hat. This one. Okay. Just so you know, I only play rook. Hey, that's good. So do you, when you say you only play rook, do you have a max uh magic defense and defense set? Because if so, I want to see somebody play that in PvP or PvE. I want somebody to have like 2 mil splits because I know somebody who has 2 mil splits. I have never been able to convince them to do a PvE match with me. It's the guy who is running this guy. Maybe he's not up here anymore. Hmm. There was a guy who had 2 mil splits, but I think the things have changed. I'm not sure. Up, 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 Hmm. I forgot his name, but he had when 2 mil splits used to be like insane. He had 2 mil splits. Was it this guy? No. Yeah, I don't know. My max gear score is just over 5 mil. I am a noob. Yeah, I don't know about that. If you have above 5 mil gear score, I think you've been around for a while. I think, is there a way to? Yeah, not really. Cause I guess this set is like 5 mil, and I am top 360. That's not bad. I guess 6 mil. I guess 6 mil really is like very, very valuable nowadays. Hmm. Maybe I am weak. That's interesting. I never really thought about it like that, but it's possible. I've seen people play. No, that was no, just came back, or is it me? Hopefully the video is not muted. Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't look muted to me. Uh, yes, I do need. I could put in a monster for gear score. I have. I think this one gives me stats, 40% stats. It's kind of an old monster though. Yeah, I do need a better monster. Absolutely for stats. Stats doesn't really matter though. Is there a way to build Zerker for PvE? Yes, absolutely there is. You run dual blades or gun and bow, and you run this and anything that says attack and magic attack is those are the ones that you use. You don't use this one. You don't use this or this or this or this. Yeah, you run this, and then you run, I think, Death Sentence and Silent Reaper, and then you run something like Recurring Nightmare, and yeah, and that's pretty much. Or actually, War God Signal is probably better nowadays. Yeah, War God. I would run War Gods, and maybe you could run this just for the memes. But yeah, yeah, there is a way to do it. You sure a whale like me with all those dual blades? Yeah, I mean, you could consider me a whale. I have spent quite a bit of money on this game, so yeah. Uh, Ninja Archer can flex into Zerker. Yes. So in my opinion, the best weapons in the game right now are dual blades and archer weapons. So your bows and your guns because you can play soldier, you can play archer, zerker, treasure hunter, ninja, and morpher. Basically, all of the best classes. You have flexibility, right? So, like, if for example, so all of your monsters look like this, where they have attack and magic attack, like this, attack and magic attack, right? And then you run a mixture of those classes. So, for example, if I, like for me, I'm going to run all time weapons. So I would run 10 time weapons for my dual blades. I guess it's probably easier to see this way. Yeah, I'll just view it like this. So you see how many dual blades I have? So I would run time dual blades, but then when I jump over to something like soldier or a fire, I don't have enough dual blades. So then I would check, okay, do I have enough of these? And I don't have enough bows and guns. So then I check, okay, what if I run bows, guns, and something like this? And yes, I have one axe, one bow, one gun, one sword, and this is a viable set. So then I would run morpher for this. Then, for example, if I say, okay, I want to run um or I want to run for dark. I don't have a lot of dark stuff actually. But just assume that I have a lot of some color. I don't have a lot of that either. Do I have a lot of this? Nope. Don't have a lot. I don't have a lot of this. Well, you get the idea. So, like, let's say that I was building a dark set, and I would say, oh, okay, I have enough to run a dark and light set, which I don't, but just assume that I did. Um, so I run dark and light for, an archer, for example. And then I would swap and I would say, okay, for dual blades, I have lots of these dual blades. So then for wind, I would run a ninja. So that I think that class flexibility is probably the best in the game. If that makes sense. That's my personal opinion as of right now. I think that's almost 10K, but I heard some people spend that in a few months. I think it's yeah, I'm not sure how much it is. I try to ignore how much it is. Well, my name in game is Craig. Oh, D'Anthony, that's Craig. But no, my stats aren't 2 mil split. Hey Craig, what splits do you have? I'm curious. And do you play that do you play Rook in all PvE as well? Because that would be quite interesting, honestly. I might want to party up with you just to see what it's like for you. Yes, in everything, dude. I love it. I love it. I respect it so much because that's what I want to do. I honestly believe that rooks are probably the most powerful class in the entire game. Probably not anymore, but they used to be the most powerful class in the entire game, and they were completely underrated. And I still believe that they're underrated, but you really have to commit to it. And that is such a hard. thing to convince anyone to do. I just made soldier, but I wanted to try other classes like Lancer. I heard it's easier to transition, but my damage gets chunked down. Yeah, so it is really easy for soldiers to play Lancer. The reason why your damage is getting so chunked is because you don't have dual scaling attacks as a Lancer. That's the reason why. Lancers really need to be. Lancers right now basically require that you play Lance. Lancer. You have to have a Lance in your main slot. You could actually just swap to a single Lance in your main slot and still run like 9 axes and swords. But just you have to have the Lance main slot. Does element advantage apply at all in PvP? It's an excellent question, and people have debated this for ages. It is, to the understanding to which I have, it is irrelevant for all aspects except for defense. Defense gives you element, just a tiny minor amount of element, and from my testing, that element affects unison damage dealt. It applies a slight bit of defense to you. It's minimal, but that is my testing. However, it is really hard to test, and it is definitely not foolproof. I could absolutely be wrong, but as far as we know, there is no evidence to show that there is some kind of elemental advantage for regular attacks. Now, that doesn't mean it doesn't exist, but you have to keep in mind that these defenses are so small. I mean, you're only talking about 100K, and 100K, even 1 million defense in PvP doesn't really mean a whole lot. In the grand scheme of things, 1 million defense won't save you if somebody kills you, if somebody attacks you. And it's not going to drop somebody's damage. It's not going to cut somebody's damage in half or anything like that. So, which class would you recommend for a beginner? My friend wants to start playing. The best class in the game, in my opinion, as of right now, is the soldier. However, if you want to play the cheapest class, like the class that requires the least amount of effort, you could argue that it is the morpher that I'm playing right now, where you play 5 weapons. And the reason why is because for new players, especially for things like PvE, it can be really, really, really hard to get a full set of gear for a certain element. So, for example, as you saw earlier, my fire is not a good set. Like, if I remove these two, I don't have. Oh, here, let me do it this way. So, if I tried to play a soldier, I could play a soldier. I have enough good gear, but that's about the only class that I could play besides Lancer. I mean, actually, recently I got tons of these lances. Before that, though, as you can see, if you just look like here down, I don't really have 9 lances to go off of. And before that, like if I tried to play an archer, I couldn't do that. I don't think that these are good enough. It's just low class weapons. If I try to play this, also don't have enough, like 2 costs random. This isn't even a good proc. This is Sesam, whatever it is. Couldn't play this either. I just don't have enough books that are good. I maybe I could run. Maybe it'd be hard. Um, if I play dual blades, definitely can't. Right. So for me, if I ran a combination of these, and I just need one sword. All right, I show you. And I just need a sword, an axe, a bow, a gun, and then one other thing. So usually a relic or a staff. In this case, I'm running a PvP set, not a PvE set, but you understand the purpose. So now I can use multiple different classes, and new players don't have their Xenos maxed. So generally speaking, they won't have all of this Xenos gear, and it'll be harder for them to get it. So that's one thing. But if you're choosing one class, I think for class flexibility, so if you chose swords and axes as your main thing, and then you went secondary with lances and scythes, so all of your monsters would look like this right here, where you run attack and defense, and then you run swords and lances, or swords and axes, lances and scythes. If you run that combination, you have access to soldier, lancer, um, kind of cleric, but cleric's garbage. You can play rook. You can play sniping type of Zerker in PvE. You can play Morpher. Yeah. So these are all the classes that you could play. And these, as far as classes go, Soldier and Lancer are some of the best classes in the game. Morpher also really, really good if you want to kill people in PvP. Zerker is also really good. So you have a lot of flexibility. I recommend running axes, lances, or swords and axes, lances and scythes for your PvE, PvP world, and then have all of your monsters be attack, magic, defense, run, helms, and armors. I think that's probably safest for a new player. Bro, I just spent 1K gems and got all the new monsters. Why? I could just sleep and leave. Yeah, what a life, Red. That's crazy. Dropping 1,000 gems just like that. Why is Soldier the best class? I thought Lancer was, but okay. So Lancer was the best class, and the like overall Lancer was the best class. And the reason why is because they had the fastest ability, one of the fastest ability in the entire game, Lance Flash. Also one of the highest hitting. It has the highest ability power, hit 5 times, which no other class had access to, and they had Dragon Bite. Plus, in something like Guild Battle, you're one of the most valuable classes you have access to. The Lion's Formation. You have Master Lancer's Cry. You have all of these abilities that made Lancer the most powerful class. And even now, you get stuff like Clamorous Howl, incredible, incredible in every single aspect of the game. But when we're talking about maximizing output for PvE specifically, Lancer's got one of the best abilities in the entire game. Hits 8 times, and incredible that it dual scales. So this alone boosted soldiers above lancers as far as singular class comparison in PvE specifically. So when you're trying to quest, when you're doing maximum damage, that's why. But so the reason why I like Soldier more than Lancer is because if you are playing with swords and axes, you have access to the soldier class, you have access to the Zerker class, you have access to the Rook class, and you have access to the Morpher class. The Morpher class got incredible abilities and is one of the most powerful classes in PvE in the entire game. you can snipe with things like Zerkers, same as Lancers, and you also get access to some pretty interesting abilities and DPS potential with Rook. However, if you play Lances and Scythes, you can only play these classes. I'm excluding Ninja, right? Like you can play Ninja, but Ninja's so garbage. You would never play that. You could also play like DPS Treasure Hunter, but it's also garbage. So, because the only treasure hunter that's worth running for DPS is for PvP is the Unigain treasure hunter, and for PvE, the only one that's worth running is quad stat treasure hunter. So that's why I'm removing treasure hunter. I'm also removing ninja because in PvP you want to have a flexible ninja that can also do damage, generally speaking, and you run it in like guild battles. But and the best way to build is with dual blades because you have access to the most number of things, but you don't have the same access to abilities when you're playing as a lancer. And I feel like overall, the ninja is just a dud class when you're playing specifically with lances. So the class flexibility with lances and scythes isn't equivalent to the class flexibility with swords and axes. So that's why I think soldier is better than lancer right now. Lancer used to be the best class, but I think you could argue that both of them are really good. Um, yes, I agree. Arc the flexibility. That's what I was just talking about. Wait, if we start tomorrow, we have. Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh man. Both are good, just want to play stabs. Yeah, stabs have really gotten shafted. Really, if you're playing with stabs, you can only play these two classes. That's why stabs are the worst class in the entire game. And they don't even give you access to the best abilities in the game either. It's just a tragedy. I'm still gonna keep being soldier main. I'm free to play and invested a ton of time on it, and it helped a lot when they added that new ability. Yes, yeah, soldiers. I would stay as a soldier. Soldier mains are incredibly good right now. So, for example, if somebody had all fire weapons with attack, somebody with all wind gear, it won't add extra damage to the attack. As far as we know, the answer is no. However, nobody has access to their calculation data. So there is no evidence to suggest that is the case, CJ or C2J. But yes, it is possible that it adds potentially a small amount of damage. So here's the difference is that HP in Unison League has become less and less relevant as time has progressed. When Unison League first came out, you couldn't one shot somebody. Even if you had max buffs, if you attack somebody, they wouldn't die. And there was two reasons behind it. One was HP was really high, but I think the way that Unison League handles damage calculations is skewed towards lower numbers. And you have to keep in mind at the beginning of Unison League, there were hardly any abilities that hit many, many times. One of the most notorious abilities that hit tons of times was Meteor Shower or Meteor Rain. It was the first one, and then Meteor Shower came out after it. But Meteor Strike came out first, then it was Meteor Rain. But Meteor Strike was the first one that could hit a ton of times. Like the only other ability that was even kind of close to this was like an Archer ability, that hit like 3 or 4 times. It was like, whatever the fuck. Nobody played Archer at that time. Uh, but yeah, so as and they released that type of elemental stuff a couple years after, and PvP was still prevalent at the time, but it was a little bit different. So it's really really hard to test the elemental gear right now in Unison League PvP. It's just almost impossible to test because the amount of defense that it gives you is basically nothing, and the amount of attack that you would get would also be kind of negligible depending on the way that they do calculations. So it would be really really hard to test right now. You can't see a difference between 2 mil attack and like 3 mil attack when it comes to PvP. They're basically equivalent. You just die instantly. So it's hard to tell. What if you started cleric? If only you could unlock that made it harder. Yeah, I don't know why. I really have a lot of problems with Unison League's early game. Forbidden Temptation is my second favorite ability. Forbidden Temptation is one of these abilities, right? It's one of the new ones. Yeah, Forbidden Temptation. It's the best ability in the entire game. This is the most powerful ability in the entire game by far. Many people who main clerics switch to either Rook or Morpher. I would argue that back in the day they used to go to uh mage, but yeah, you're right. Morpher is the if you're running rooks or if you're running relics and books, the best class is Morpher by far. How to maximize damage for mage. So if you're maximizing damage for mage, the best abilities right now, you're basically just a debuffer. So what you want to do is you use things like Weekend, you use things like Arcana World, you use I don't think this one's not the ability. It's this one. Yeah, this one's not bad. It hits 5 times. This one's not bad. It also reduces the ability. Yeah, so you run like a bunch of moves that reduce the target stats, like Weakened, Nightfall, uh yeah. And then you run, you can also run something like Fanatic. Lunatic Ray is not bad. Um yeah. Yeah, it's hard. It's honestly really hard. Time extending is not bad either. Or this one that removes or that increases debuffs on the enemy. That one's not bad. Like the time that they have it. So you run like Night's Fall, maybe Diminish, maybe, and then Weekend. That's probably a good setup. And then Lunatic Ray, Fanatic Soul, Arcana World. That's probably good. Um, they updated the difficulty of the quest to get the chapter 3 because the eyes are smarter. Oh, so you're saying you can't even get to the abilities? Aha, I see what you're saying. You can't get to chapter 3. That's what you're saying. So you can't even get the new uni abilities. What are you stuck on, scientist? That's really interesting. No, like I said, Red, I will consider it. My dumbass chose Archer so I can only watch while my team does 5k more damage than me. Yeah, so Archer is really interesting right now because they still have some of the best abilities in the entire game. In fact, they gained more abilities that are even more powerful. So like this one's incredibly powerful. This is one of the most powerful abilities in the entire game. Assault Mirage, one of the most powerful abilities in the entire game. You also get things like Drop of Time. Feather Rain is not bad. They you get a you get access to a lot of really powerful abilities as Archer. It just takes a little bit of time to build a good Archer, I think. Chapter 3 is harder, but it's possible to pass if you get Resurrection equipped. Yeah, if you get the new res gear, that's really important. Hi, I play Lancer, and I have 3.6k medals for the new step up spawn. I already got 2 sides when pulling. Is it better to get a third one or trade for the time triumph? I have 2 time obliterations in my set right now. So you have 3.6k on this spawn here, the sealed demon. Gosu, please clarify if you're talking about this one or this one. Um, Hello, new player. What class do I play? Silver Rust. Silver Rust. What type of gameplay do you like? Do you want to play PvP, guild battles, or PvE, like questing? What aspect of the game do you want to play the most? Well, I'll ask that as the first question. Um, Jade says, I've been waiting an eternity. It has already been 20 minutes. Why isn't it time yet? Yeah. I will think about it. But I can't really think about it while I'm doing this. The only thing I said, chapter 3, so I unlocked those dumb skills. It's harder because the AI got dumber or smarter, which causes a lot of time. Interesting. Yeah, I'm not sure what to say about that. If you're saying like if scientists, if you're stuck on a specific one, maybe I can help you with that. So basically, mages suck. Lol. Um, so it's a really hard question to answer. Mages are still viable in PvP and in guild battles to some extent. And mages are still okay in some aspects. Like Mobius, you can still run with mages and they're fine. If you're running staff mage, that's what really is unfortunate. Now, another way to answer your question is like mages don't suck. They are just lower tier right now. But that won't last forever. I doubt it will. So give it a little bit of time. Maybe mages will come back. But for example, lancers used to be the worst class in the entire game when it came to PvP or PvE. Like when you're questing, Lancers used to be the worst class in the entire game. And that's because they didn't have a single dual scaling move. But then they modified Lance Flash so that Lance Flash was a dual scaling move. And they changed and they released a new ability, Dragon's Bite. And overnight, Lancers became the number one class for questing and dealing damage to the crystal and stuff like that. So there's a possibility. There's a possibility that stabs will get a rework. They are very underpowered though right now. They're probably they're probably D tier equivalent to DPS cleric, like scythe cleric. If you're running something like this and this crescent moon stuff like that. The last fight in chapter 2. What is the last fight in chapter 2? Chapter 2. Oh, people! I've had a lot of people complain about this quest. You need crest, I believe, because people have told me that she clears the field. So you want to run crest. You want to run a high DPS class like soldier, lancer, um, probably not archer because if you're struggling with it, you probably don't want to play archer. But yeah, that's what I would suggest. Morpher would be good too. Morpher is really strong. You want to get monsters that give you strong buffs too, like Dark Valk. Yeah. The closest I've gotten was a quarter of half of its health left. Oh, okay. Hmm. Oh, that doesn't sound good. Are you dying to it? Like, scientists, are you dying to the damage that he's doing, or are you just running out of time? Archer does no damage, otherwise it would be the best class. I'm basically the enemy cleric. No. So, Invincible, you've got it a little bit backwards. Archer has the highest, technically speaking, Archer has one of the highest damage outputs in the entire game. The problem is that you have to be a mega whale to really tap into that damage. And the reason is because there is a 70%, as far as we know, there's a roughly 70% reduction in stats when you go into a magic attack and attack when you go into a quest. Any quest, it could be a PvP guild battle. Your attack and magic attack are instantly cut by 70%. And because of that, and because of the fact that you're scaling attack and magic attack, you get double cut. Whereas most classes are scaling attack and defense, magic attack, magic defense, and their defense isn't cut. Their defense is not sliced by that 70%. So they still have a strong dual scaling set. And so, really, the problem is you have to be a mega whale to really tap into the potential that archers have. It's sad, but archers do have the highest damage potential still probably in the game, I'd say. Like overall damage potential, archers are one of the highest in the game. You could argue that maybe soldiers are a little bit better, but it depends. Sealed, yes. So you're talking about sealed demon. Okay, so you said you had 3,600 gems. Sorry, we're talking to, I have a bunch of people talking to me. So 600 gems. What type of class do you play? In my opinion, the if you're if I can go to the right place, I'd probably get another scythe. These scythes are incredible. If you grab one of these, the Triumph gear is a little bit outdated now. See, because it does not increase your damage by the same amount. This one's S plus, whereas this one is M plus, which is 5% extra damage. And this one also penetrates. So if you enjoy something like PvP or guild battles and you really want to kill people, these are way better. But you have to keep in mind, no cost, no uni when you're using it. Something to progress with PvE and good in PvP. I like PvP. So if you like PvP and you want to just progress in the game, I would suggest doing this. You run all of your monsters are going to be attack and defense. Sorry, hang on. Let me show you. So what you're going to do is all of your monsters, silver, all of your monsters are going to be attack and defense like this. And then all of your armor is going to be, nope, not that, is going to be helms and armors like this. So then you would have, it says helm here. You're going to run your helms and you're going to run armors like this. Okay. Then you're going to run a combination of whatever you have. So if you're a new player, if you get a bunch of swords, you're going to run your swords and your axes. You're going to run swords and axes. If you get a bunch of these, right? And then you're going to upgrade them to be really powerful like this. If you get a bunch of lances, you're going to do this. And I created a whole video on how to make a proper PvE set. So what you're going to do is, let's say that if you're fighting, so for example, if you're fighting time and you have a bunch of, like, for example, for me, I have a bunch of light lances, as you can see. So I'm going to run Lancer as when I'm fighting against time. But if I'm fighting against fire, I'm gonna run soldier because I have more soldier stuff. So this will be you, and that way, and you would flex between playing here. It's probably easier to show you. You'd flex between these two classes mainly. Now you for PvP you can also flex into this class, and for PvE you can also flex into Morpher if you have axes and swords. But this should give you a good amount. Now don't neglect the fact that you do need your Xenos gear maxed. So you need the sword maxed and you need the lance maxed, which I already have maxed. Like this. Both of these will give you a ton of additional stats. And it's that additional stats, like 30% additional stats. So when you're running your Lancer, you run with the Xenos Lance steer. When you're running your Soldier, you run with the Soldier. Yeah, that's what I would do. Residual. I seen Insanity do crazy damage with Cleric. Insanity. Insanity do crazy damage with Cleric. What ability is Insanity? Not sure. Yeah, not sure. Not sure what you're saying, Residual. The issue with that quest entirely too is the AIs got smarter and they match her monsters. Huh. They match her monsters. You mean oh, okay. That's an interesting problem. Oh, you're talking about a player. Okay, okay, okay. Hang on, I'll get there. Red, imagine that boss fight you will do. New player and people watch how to clear it. I could make an account or like I could show you how to do it. I could just equip a bunch of garbage stuff. But really the problem is monsters. Most people will struggle with this type of quest because of lack of good monster box. You need a good monster box in order to complete most of the quests in the game. And that's the truth of it. It doesn't really matter. Your regular gear, they give you enough regular gear that you can beat all the stuff. It's not the regular gear that's the problem for most players. It's the monster box, and that's what makes it sad. You're welcome, Gosu. The invisible for an ability like Forbidden Temptation. Do I just try to balance all four stats? I can tell. This is what I'm doing. I am running. So you are getting, if you're running Forbidden Temptation, you're getting a boost on magic defense and defense for hats and armors. So I'm running hats and armors. I'm running nothing but hats and armors, and then I'm running as much other stats as I can get. The monsters doesn't even matter what they have as far as stats, and I this is the kind of setup that I'm doing. Um, for PvE, obviously you'd want like a specific type of set, but yeah, that's what you'd want. So yeah, you're basically running as high of the four stats as you can get. The player insanity, yeah, the player insanity. So yeah, so I'm sure there are players that have incredible magic attack. Like if we're going here, somebody has 2.5 million magic attack. If you have that much magic attack, it doesn't matter what class you're playing. People will die in PvP because you just have so much attack. No, but new accounts will be cooler. Yeah, that's true. That's true. New accounts would be cooler. Alrighty. I am going to go in 8 minutes because I have some stuff I need to do, and then I have tourney, and we are going up against laggy trash today. So this is an old like this is like a weird mix of hero. It's like the only Chinese guild that has been doing well. So yeah, hopefully we do well. Um, GGT should be interesting. Yeah, and then I'll join. I have to join a Discord call with my team, listen to what they have to say and all that stuff. But yeah, I've been streaming for a while. 2 hours, 2 hours and 30 minutes. That's pretty good. If someone damage is high enough for PvP, does it not matter what defense proc you have? Yeah, so it depends on a few things. But if attack, so the crux of all abilities is ability power. So the higher the ability power that you're using of an ability, the more powerful it is. One of the reasons why mages were so horrible recently was because one of their main sniping abilities was Starburst. And as you can see, the ability power is only 70. And if somebody was dual procking Eternity procs at the time, it didn't matter what their attack or their magic attack was. Like if you were doing this and you were reducing the incoming damage by 3xl, it didn't matter what magic attack the mage had because they weren't going to kill you because the magic attack. So here's my opinion. I don't have definitive proof, but here's my opinion for how damage works in this game. You have an attack stat, and then it's raised to the power of the ability power. So, like, the higher your ability power is, the more that it raises your attack stat. So, if you have incredibly high ability power and you have incredibly high attack stats, there's nothing that the person can do. Defense procs really won't save you. The the only thing that could save you would be things like guard, things that remove permanent or like a percent of damage. More attacking in the game Unison League. Yeah, the snipe meta is kind of crazy. I am waiting for your answer today, please. I promise that I will get back to you. I know that this is something that you want, Red, but I do need to think about it. So I appreciate the dedication and the excitement, though. I am also, if I was to do it, it would be really exciting. I won't deny that. But I just need to make sure that I have enough time for it. And I have a lot of things too going on. Like I have to apply to summer internships. I have to. I still have scholarships that I need to apply to as well. I have some exams coming up. I have to write a paper. You know, not a lot of people can say that they have tons of time when they're taking organic chemistry. So, yeah. It's not that I don't want to. Didn't you say that you just dropped 1K on your account? Why would you want to drop another 3K on a brand new account? That seems so risky. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. School and apply. Yeah, the whole process is really stressful. What are the best gem packs to look for? The best ones are you go to the official site, in my opinion, and then you buy the $1 ones. I believe the $4 ones, and then these two. Really, the way that you can tell a gem pack from a bad gem pack is what you want is something around 3 to 1. So you would say, okay, like for example, this one, you get 90 gems. So you could say you just type in a calculator 90 divided by the price of it, so $38. And this one is 2.36. So what you're getting is you're getting 2.36 gems per dollar spent. And what you want is to get as high of a number as possible. And usually you can get around 3 and above. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. I have saved. I love that idea. Red, are you actually new to this game? Like, how long have you been playing? Oh, congratulations, scientist. That's huge. That's huge. That is such a huge deal. Being able to finally get into the big boy league and all these normal quests, that's got to be such a huge relief. Congratulations. I just looked at my split is 1.7 mil, but not with a good set. 7 years. Uh, well, Craig, if you happen to get close to like a 2 mil split, that would be super schmexy. And I even with 1.7 mil splits, I'd be fascinated to see how that works out as far as damage in PvE. Like, what's the max element you can get with 1.7 mil splits? Probably like around 50. Residual. Do you have a budget set aside for Unison League? Yeah, yeah. A lot of people do. I would say this game is sustained by a few whales, and most of those whales spend a couple thousand every month. That's totally unnecessary, by the way. You can absolutely have a ton of fun in this game without spending that much money. I do. I don't spend that much money, and I have a lot of fun in this game. Like, for example, before I spawned this one, before I spawned this, I had not spent any gems in like close to a year, probably. Yeah, and I was having fun the entire time. Yeah, you don't need to spend a lot of. I hadn't purchased gems in like a full year before recently. So yeah, Rook is really powerful early on. I'd say I would agree with that. But for real, are we gonna spawn on those summons, the current ones we have? I mean, I already spawned on them. I don't know what you're talking about. No, I'll have to think about it. All right. Any final questions? Remember, if you want to be my friend, last friend request. Um, Whatever this is, 210337717. Okay. On new accounts. Oh man. If I got if we ended up doing it, we'd probably have to spawn this one at least once because you need to get that resurrection dual attack opener. So yeah. I've got to go to work. I've got to work on my elemental sets. I neglected that for a while. So keep in mind, Krieg, that you get the same amount of elemental advantage. So here's one of the reasons why it's so hard to run a good rook is because let's say that you wanted to run a fire set, right? And so you need weapons like these that give you massive damage and scale based on fire. And then you also need weapon like this that gives you, because keep in mind, this gives you three element, and most other weapons like this give you, well, this one also gives you three element, but I have the fire element. So most weapons will give you around three element, right? And the cost doesn't improve that. I mean, nowadays it appears to it, so like by one, but is that really worth it for the cost? Maybe not. But you're basically doing that for the proc. Anyway, so keep in mind that in order to make a good set, you want to have as high element as possible, and that requires running stuff like this. And you want stuff that doesn't proc either, because you don't want to be procking some of these. Some of these low cost procs are absolute garbage. So if we're going cost, let's see if I can find one. I hardly have any. So this one. Increases physical ability power by XL. That is garbage. So you'd never want to run it. You want to run stuff like this that you can't proc, but you can also gain the element from. So Rook is the hardest class in the entire game to build. The magic attack, magic or the magic defense, defense Rook, double defense Rook is the hardest Rook in the game to build because you for PvE specifically because you have to run a bunch of low cost weapons to build up your total element. Because you just don't have enough cost to get 10 weapons. It's just impossible. So yeah. Alrighty. Well, I go. Thank you guys so much for showing up. I had a lot of fun. I'll probably do that again. Awesome. I will add everyone who has added me. Um, so yeah. Alrighty. Have a good night, guys. Wish me luck in the tournament, and I'll catch you guys later.